So here's the third video. So this is the 10-inch wide conveyor belt that I bought, and I'm just panning it out because the guys over in Sweden and Finland obviously can't read or listen to English stuff. So it's cut at 53 3/8 long, and then it's laced. Like I say, you can see there's tiny little tears in it. This one's probably got about, I would say, 250 hours on it that has had kids driving it. But every now and again you get an adult when it's stuck in the snow and you don't want to push it for 100 yards or whatever. You get on it and you simply ride with one knee on it, and that's why it tears there. If just kids drive it, it doesn't ever seem to break. They last at least 10 or 12 years. On all my kitty cats, I've only got 2 of them that are 1972s. I've always rounded off the rear wheels that had drive lugs in there. I just found that it was a much better running track, because I think this is stiffer than the factory track. I don't know, I've never had a factory track, but I just round the wheels off with a X-Acto knife and then a grinder, and it gets rocks in there and it eventually wears them down to where they're fairly smooth. And like I say, I don't know whether or not later kitty cats have a smooth wheel. I've seen them where they have 3 at the back or another washer on there or something, another washer on the front. Like I say, I've only got the 2 1972 kitty cats. Whenever I bought them, they were simply just a shell. They had no motor that ran and no tracks that were any good. And so we simply made tracks for them. I've never had a factory track. I've never ran a factory track. And I've got a friend of mine that has another kitty cat. I believe he's sold it now. I haven't talked to him in a while. But he did this same track, but he made it 10 inches longer. And then he had 5 more inches on the ground, and it gave it way more traction, but it still wasn't anywhere as good as a wavy track kitty cat. I think I've made probably 30 or 40 of these tracks over the years. I really didn't keep track, and never really had a problem. They eventually do rip the windshield the same as a regular kitty cat track, and everybody just upgrades them with steel bars across them, and they have no problems after that. They run trouble-free for years. And right now, with plastic on rubber, there's a lot of friction to drive this. Whenever it goes to the next upgrade where it's Synflex over a steel bar, then it's plastic on plastic with snow in it, day and night. Like on the 3 horsepower kitty cat that I have with the Briggs and Stratton in it, it works fairly hard to drive this track. And if I put the other track on it that's the upgraded track and it's plastic on plastic with a little bit of snow in between it, it's just like imagine putting snow between 2 crazy carpets and sliding on it. Like, rubber is made to have traction in snow. That's why tires are made out of rubber, right? It gives you traction on ice and snow. But whenever you have plastic on plastic, it is brutally slippery. And like I say, it runs so smooth and uses so much less horsepower. You've only got 3 horsepower to drive the friggin' thing. But whenever it's plastic on plastic, it drives better, tracks better, and sounds better. And I will show that track in one of my later on videos. And it is a much better system than this. But this is what I've always started with. And then I go from there.